What did you just say?
I said your dream stinks.
He said it again. Come here.
This episode of Tavern Talk is intended for mature audiences. If you or a child is under the age of 18, we suggest turning this off now before we get started.
That was well done.
Well done. Welcome to Tavern Talk 18, where we're going to have some hot topics today. Some of these great companies, Ravensburger and Pastimes, they just gave us a lot of good stuff to talk about today. So I think we're gonna start. I mean, where do y'all want to start? Let me ask that.
Let's start. I think today is a great idea. We just start with a timeline of events and what occurred, and then jump into all expectations that were. I mean, there were not one was met. I guess some people got tickets. Right. Full disclosure, as of this very moment in time, everyone on this podcast has a ticket. We can at least say that.
We know Willy Wonka.
Yeah, yep. Hopefully they stick. But yeah, I'm just gonna go quickly with the timeline today. The first thing that occurred today, everybody, as you know, it is July 16th, 2005. 2025.
A day that will go in infamy.
It may be the greatest day in Lorcana history ever. I mean, it could go down. It could go down that way, and for not one thing positive. Full disclosure, I said it last week. I'll say it now. I was giving a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. Not anymore. It's pretty bad today. It's gotten worse. But here's what happened. We're all going to talk in Central Time. That's CST for those that need to know, because time zones definitely are part of today's story. And at 10 a.m. this morning, an hour before tickets were supposed to go on sale, tickets started going on sale. For about half an hour, roughly every Lorcana player that you know tried to get a ticket. And in that half an hour, they sold roughly 220 tickets on their own website.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were lucky enough to get it during the early time period, that's what we're going to call that right now. Congratulations. As of this moment in time, it's been reported that all tickets are going to be honored. But that's not the craziest thing that happened. It's just not.
It's not.
30 minutes later, at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, when tickets were supposed to go on sale, they made a Discord post in their own Discord saying, "Get to Eventbrite and buy the tickets. Here you go." Boom. Credit where credit is due. Jordan, you said you were going to log into your Eventbrite and make sure that it was up and ready, and that was a solid call.
Yeah, I'm not, though.
Yeah. We're not there. We're not there in the story yet. We're not there in the story.
You said you were going to do it.
I wasn't going to throw you under the bus after you got it right and say, well, you got to remember to keep yourself logged in. But then at 11 o'clock and then by 11:03 a.m. Central Standard Time, all tickets have been sold out, including attendee badges. Which is another big deal. There was only 600 attendee badges up for grabs, and to our knowledge, there will not be any more attendee badges up for grabs as of right now. We're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Shucks.
Time has gone on. It is currently 8 o'clock p.m. in Central Standard Time in Louisiana, and since then, you may have seen that Pastime's website got back up and running, and you might have had a ticket in your cart, and you might have gotten a ticket. So there's been a tremendous amount of conversation on Lore 20, the Disney Lorcana official Discord and Pastime's Discord regarding what has occurred today. Everyone here has had a different experience today in getting a ticket, one way or the other. I'm glad that we all did, because that'll stop some of the complaining. But guys, how was your day?
How did I get it?
How was your day?
Oh, my day.
So let's hear
Jordan,
from
you go
somebody
ahead.
who had. I would say let's hear from somebody who didn't have a great day, like 3 people up here.
All right. I had a good day.
Yeah, exactly. That's you were one of the 3, dog.
I had a decent day.
You had a
I
decent day.
something in my cart for a while. I played around with the cart for like an hour. And then, we just got the message to haul over to Eventbrite. And yeah, I copped the ticket, I pressed pay, and it was done. There was a lot of bull crap that happened early on, which really made me speculate on some theories of why this shit was released so early. But I'm crazy for thinking these theories. A lot of these pro and big player names got tickets on the early release, like really early. Jimmy, how did you get your ticket so early, man? How did that happen? Who do you
Jimmy,
know?
who you know?
Who do you know?
I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Sound like collusion.
Yeah, it's just weird. That was the only thing that really kind of hit me weird, because I had like I said, a decent time getting the ticket. I just at 11 o'clock I clicked buy, and it was done deal. I want to
Through
shout out
Eventbrite.
on Eventbrite. I want to shout out to Taylor here, because this dude sitting here with a ticket that he got early, right? Didn't you get it early?
I did. I had my ticket at 10:01 a.m.
Instead of being the greedy, happy, oh yeah, I got my ticket, he continued to do research for our fucking team and kicked fucking ass and found us all the way to victory. So I want to give it a
Official
few
mayor of
first off,
Louisiana.
Taylor. Like, you fucking kicked ass today. That's
Hey.
fucking awesome. But I didn't do anything special. I was just one of those idiots that clicked buy and I won. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that was my experience. Ravensburger needs I don't know. Like, they're the one in control of all of this shit, right? Like, are they?
That's an interesting
Well,
point
not
you
really.
brought up.
Not really. They're not really in control. They're not really in control. But I tell you one thing, I want to hear from the mayor of Texas.
I think we're gonna go to Jordan next and kind of feel him out of how was your ticket experience. I guess let's just talk about your ticket experience. How did it go?
All right, so we made plans to be flexible this morning, to be ready. I go use the bathroom. I come out. I hear that there's early tickets going bananas. I try to buy one. I get one in the cart, and then nothing. Then I'm like, everyone download Eventbrite, because there's no way this company is going to be so incompetent that they're going to have to use Eventbrite at a spur of the moment. And they did. And
He did call it.
I had
Call
deleted-
it. You did call it.
I actually I deleted my Eventbrite, so it wasn't on my phone, and caused me some issues. But I'm glad I spread the news. Then I spent about 6 hours doom posting on Twitter, and then somehow there was a miracle. I magically got a ticket. I won't say exactly how I got it or what time I got it, but I did get it. And Ravensburger, it's my ticket is due to Ravensburger's incompetence in hiring an incompetent company, and the whole system is incompetent. I have no faith in the management of this game, but I got a ticket, and I'll be in Milwaukee.
I mean, that sounds like a Cinderella story. Like, it starts off real shitty and it just turns into like a really good story,
it's so
man.
shitty. It's so shitty.
We
It's a
never got a
lose-lose,
carriage.
right?
We never got a carriage. It's always been a pumpkin.
So we'll get into why we think, or why you think what you said at the end, that, Ravensburger's not really in a good path, but let's go through everyone's ticket, purchase. So Jimmy, you had a really good time with your ticket purchase. Let's hear it.
Worst for
Yeah,
last. Get ready.
Just logged into Pastimes, refreshed the page a couple hundred times, and then got a ticket.
Yeah, but you were like hacking the system. Like, you taught me how to hack.
I mean, I tried whenever they had the spinners going. I tried to do a little workaround. It didn't work. Yeah, it ended up having to refresh the page, but we tried.
Yeah, we
No,
tried.
my whole thing is, I think it's important you got to be able to hold two ideas in your head when we're talking about this, because one, a lot of people didn't get tickets. Who like we got friends on Team Infinity in Missouri. They didn't get tickets, and our whole team got tickets, right? And the reason is because see, like you see that little shit emoji, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, because it was an absolute shit show.
It was.
But like I said, we all got tickets, right? So like you're just gonna get a little
I knew
pour.
we got a glass.
Yeah, right. So even though it was a shit show, we drinking. And we know what else we're doing?
Cheers.
We eating pop sodas. That shit's getting reprinted. Let's fucking go. Also, I got the stove in the living room because I'm already cooking for Milwaukee. Let's fucking go.
Cooking. Oh my god, this man got his whole living room set up for this.
That was perfect.
That was great.
That was great.
How'd you get that stove in there, man? That stove is huge.
Just dragged on some cardboard.
Duck power. Got that duck power, bro.
All right, that was
the whole
that
flock's
was great.
going.
That was great, Jimmy. That was great. I love it. I love it all.
Yeah,
I love
props.
it all.
That's
All
what we
right,
need.
Robbie,
Props.
you don't have much to say, do you?
My day sucked. I'm convinced that I'm Yoda and Jordan is Mace Windu, and we warned everybody that the motherfucking Sith was there, and nobody listened to us, and then Anakin killed us all. I'm convinced that we've been trying to warn y'all from day
Taylor's
one.
Anakin.
Taylor is Anakin. Taylor is because of course he would get the ticket. I'm convinced he got the first ticket. The first ticket. My day sucked because I didn't get a ticket, and my wife did. So I couldn't be mad. I couldn't be upset. I couldn't be pissed off. I'd like, congratulations. My dreams are over and suck and over. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to Milwaukee. I can't even get a freaking attendee badge. I'm just gonna go sit at the Airbnb and just hope you do well while I do nothing.
Burger up there.
I was gonna have to do something. I was like, man, I hope like Matt Rife is playing or something. I can go watch Cat Williams, something. Jesus, but there's nothing to do out here. And I was like Jordan. I was just doom posting, just more like not doom. I was shit posting on Twitter. I was just talking shit about on everything. And then of course, my Lord and Savior Zach Bivens was also politely talking shit, which I'm very proud of.
Great job.
Because, you know, you don't hear much about him, and he was very much for the community and all of this. When a lot of pro players weren't, a lot of pro players were not voicing their opinions, Zach did. And I think that deserves a little bit of credit and a little bit of, like, thank you so much, you know, with everything you did, because there was a lot of people who were quiet. And you could tell Zach cares about this community and cares what happens to the players, because he is one of the only pro players I saw who was very vocal multiple times. And then I cried a little bit, and then luckily Taylor lifted my spirits back up, like, and constantly, which I really say, like, Taylor needs a lot of credit in all of this, in this whole entire thing. Yeah, I think if anybody needs more credit, I can't speak for the teams, but I think Taylor for this whole entire debacle, because you can go check every Discord from anything to do with Disney Lorcana, and that dude was updating everybody. He was doing our team first.
Asking the
Then
question.
everybody else got an update too.
Yep.
So like he was always asking the hard questions. Like every time I went in there, he was always like, very direct, very pointed. Like, here's what we want to know. Can you answer it? And they would answer it. So I mean, kudos to people like Taylor, especially Taylor, who did that today. That was a huge help for me. And then, through the grace of God, Luke brought up the X-Wing in the form of a ticket. And I got one. And I fucking got one. And I almost cried. Again, in the middle of a council meeting. Because it was in the middle of a council meeting when I got, Robbie, check your right, go check. And I was like, oh my God. And I got a ticket. So now I'm a little bit more happy, but am not super excited about the absolute shit show this was. Like, to say the tickets were going to go and sell at 11, and they didn't. And then to give no one any kind of update except for they own an Eventbrite, go ahead and get them. And like, it was a mad rush after that. And couldn't get it on Eventbrite. And then I go to the attendee badge, that's outsold. And then just randomly, there's tickets again. Like, it's just a whole clusterfuck.
Yeah, it was.
And that's being nice. Like, this may be worse than some of the legendaries they printed for Lorcana.
Yeah.
By far.
Like by far, this may be worse than like.
So.
Oh, like, it's just a fucking joke. Like, it's just a joke. I'm sorry. Like, I'm at the point now where I'm like, you can't defend them. You can't, because at some point, and I'll even put most of the blame on Pastimes. But at what point does Ravensburger just go, hey, like, y'all fucking this up pretty bad. Like, maybe we need to step in and help y'all fix this. Do something.
So
do nothing.
So here's what, everyone's right. That's the first thing. I said it last week. I'm going to say it now. And thank y'all. I appreciate the call outs for like trying to organize things and get information to everybody today and do all those types of things. It was a lot. It was a lot more than I expected it to be. I had at one point like 454 direct messages from people. It was just insanity. I just started answering as best I could with the information that I had just collected over the last few days. One thing I didn't bring up on my like timeline thing to open up this was that yesterday morning, maybe midday, I'm not really sure the exact time it was, is when I started asking the Pastime staff on their Discord, open the bag of chips quieter, on their Discord, hey, what's going on? And this is where true incompetence fell through. Yesterday evening, afternoon, whatever it might have been, is when they finished the website to buy these tickets on their own personal website. I was literally watching it update. That's a huge problem. I think that there's a lot of finger pointing going on in public on these Discords, and behind the scenes right now between Pastime and Ravensburger. I know that because I watched it happen today. Here's what I'm going to say to everybody. In here, out there listening, this was by far one of the worst things I've ever been a part of as far as like an entertainment is supposed to go. It was easier to get Taylor Swift tickets than it was to get tickets to Disney Lorcana's DLC in Milwaukee. I personally blame Pastime more than Ravensburger, because when you're hired to do a job and you've done it before, you have experience in it, you should be good to go. They weren't. Their website was not ready. The pivot was a panic response from untrained individuals. It's going to cause more problems. It has made probably the entire community, and not just the 2,000 plus that have gotten a ticket, because what do we really care, right? We're going. Yeah. Lose some faith. This Lorecast tomorrow better be one of the best damn things it's ever been, and I have no faith in Ravensburger that it's going to be. Their comments in their Discord today were pretty bad. You can't make jokes about Pack Rush when people are making fun of you, Greg Tito.
Tone deaf.
It's a total tone deaf response, and people called him out on that. Albert, Head Judge Albert, he called him out on it. Way to go. Great responses by him in that Discord today. Straight to the point, good answers. It's pretty bad. This is the worst thing that Lorcana's ever had happen by far. It was better when we actually didn't have information, because you could just speculate how bad something was going to be.
You were hopeful.
It wasn't out in the open.
Yeah. It's really rare.
Now it's out in the open.
Yeah. When people say, this is going to be awful, you need to do better, and it's even worse than what like the worst expectations were. I can't explain it. I couldn't. I'm glad I'm not them. I have blocked my calendar tomorrow to watch this Lorecast, because normally I'll just skip it. I'm ordering lunch and I'm sitting in my office and watching whatever they're about to say.
Corn.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Taylor.
Yeah.
So back to the Pastime, when you were actually asking questions to them, wasn't it you said it was the day before? Didn't someone, or maybe it was even you, ask them specifically, has your server seen a surge of possibly 15,000 players trying to buy tickets? And they said, we've done this shit. We know what we're doing. Like an answer kind of
Well,
like that.
I didn't ask the question. Someone else did. But to me, I mean, how do you not test it beforehand? You got to give things a stress test. The answer is yes. They've done all of these things through their website in the past. Here's the difference in things that happen. And the remainder of this episode, I'm gonna sprinkle in information about like how a lot of different systems work and stuff. Yeah, pixie dust this shit. And so people can kind of understand why certain decisions can't be made because of the almighty dollar. But we're going to get there later on.
Okay.
That question was asked. They said they could handle it. They said they talked to their provider. Their website is actually cloud-based, which is good. But their coding is from 2003, and it's pretty bad. And the problem with that is that, like, for example, yesterday in their Discord, I posted a funny picture when they popped up and said, where's the event going to be? And I changed more information to come to just say Wisconsin. And I posted it in their Discord, and you would have thought I shot someone's cat. So then I had to recoup and say, hey, you know what? Let's back this up, guys. We just want some more information. Like, let's get this out there. And I asked some questions about, how are we going to know when it's time to purchase tickets? Oh, it's going to pop up. The button's going to turn orange. You'll be able to click on it. It's going to bring you to a blank page. That blank page needs to be refreshed. Then you'll see the options to buy tickets. When that happened today, that all worked. We got to that part. The issue was two things. Maybe people caught it. I didn't really see anyone say this today. But two things happened last night. They said that you needed to select the days you wanted to have the badge. In Pastime's thing, there was like a all weekend, all these different days, all this stuff, right? You didn't have to select that. Okay,
No.
you did. When you clicked on whatever badge you wanted, and then you had a magical white bar on the right side that popped up. That is their normal checkout bar. That crashed. Now, luckily, through some sleuthing, and I think someone posted in our Discord, I think it was Jason that posted in our Discord, the link to what their checkout with the checkout page was supposed to be, so you could fill out their information and go from there. And that is how I got my ticket. I had a ticket at whatever 01, because I was like, they messed up, because crazily enough, their website has is like daylight savings time website. And that is the hour difference. Like, true statement. It was discovered. That's why it was an hour early. No rumor, real thing. The timing on the website caused an issue. Last night, someone else had brought it up that the PST time was an hour off, but it wasn't for the website. So part of the problem for them, and why there wasn't and there's not going to be, they've already said that they are confirming the tickets that were purchased today, is that their website made the problem. They made the problem by not coding it correctly, and it wasn't erroneous. They had it listed that way. Mm-hmm. So when 1001, the erroneous part was they don't know what they're doing. Beyond that, that's why people were able to get tickets. Now, full disclosure, obviously I got a ticket before the correct posted time. Okay, I'm fine to say that.
So did I.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. You just said you were crying for hours. Remember?
And Jordan.
Yeah. So,
because I didn't look at my orders.
Oh, sure.
I got the exact right time.
Yeah.
Calm down, Anakin. We got him at the right time.
No. It don't matter, because they're not going to refund or cancel anyone's ticket. It's not going to happen. They can't look worse. They can't. They cannot do that and look worse. It was posted. No, they're not.
They could look worse. Let's be clear. They don't want to look worse, but they could look worse.
Sure, that's fair. Here's what they're not going to do. This is going to be some sprinkling in some information here. Every time you go on a website, every time you swipe your credit card, every time you purchase something, a credit card processor is is charging a merchant a fee. It's a percentage of whatever that purchase was. Okay. Normally, percentages are somewhere between 1 to 4%, depending on if it's American Express, Visa, whatever it might be. Okay. At the time that I got a ticket, 200 had been purchased already. That's a lot of money already that they were going to have to get charged again. Pastime / Ravensburger, because truthfully, we don't know revenue splits on these tickets and things of that nature. That's not our business. Today made upwards of $140,000. Okay. Now, they have already paid for a venue. They already know the staff that they need, the production of product, all those types of things have already occurred. So it's already eating into their profits. Neither one of these companies are going to do anything to hurt their bottom line or profit. It's just not, it's not going to happen. Ravensburger, everyone out there, I'm so sorry when you hear this, they don't care that you didn't get a ticket. They don't. They're not going to. Pastime doesn't care. There was only 2,048 tickets to begin with. I'm going to talk about that in a moment because we know that's not going to be true now. But to begin with, there was only 2,048 tickets. That means the other 5,000 people that were trying to get tickets or whatever it was were always going to be upset. This is expected feedback to them. They don't care. They don't care that you didn't get a ticket. And that's not shitty. It's just reality. Okay? The shitty part is the process that we had to go through today for anyone to get anything. The shitty part is that we had to beg for information, beg for a website to be completed literally 24 hours ago, 12 hours before this, like, tickets went on sale. Actually, I guess 11 hours. That's pretty bad. That's the bad part. It was even worse yesterday when I asked Ravensburger, and they responded. And they said, oh, yeah, the question I asked was, where is this taking place? And they said, that information should already be out there. It wasn't. I had to screenshot Ravensburger Rochelle's message in the official Discord and put it in Pastime's Discord for them to say, okay, we'll start doing stuff. It was literally the catalyst that started them making the website. That is horrible. Horrible. And I was very hard on PPG. I take everything back other than Dallas. I take everything back that they, not this previous Dallas, the first Dallas last year.
The first Dallas.
Yeah, the Dallas.
The 2 rounds of buys, Dallas.
Yes, that was bad. That was horrible. They should have done better, but that's in the past now. We have to live and move on. Congratulations, Jordan, for top 8 in Dallas. Anyway, it worked out for us in the long run. But that's part of it. That is the level of incompetency that we would have expected from the first event. I'm not talking about the first DLC. I'm talking about the very first event anyone would have ever done with Lorcana. There is no longer an excuse of they're still learning. That's bullshit. You've learned. You're a company that has data. You're a company that has hired people that have worked in other TCGs and have done these events before. You hired a company in Pastime that has done this, and they failed you. That should be Ravensburger's take right now. Pastime failed us, and we need to figure out how to make this right. And I think they are going to try and do something on this Lorecast tomorrow. I think there's at least going to be some information. I'm going to tell everyone out there right now, you're all going to have already heard the Lorecast before this comes out. We're not going to get this out before the Lorecast.
Yeah, we won't.
There is your expectation of the Lorecast, because I've read like 1,000 different things, is that it's not going to be what you expect. They're
just going to play Palace Heist.
They're not. I will bet my ticket that they are not going to play Palace Heist tomorrow. It'll
take that
be
bet.
Greg.
Yeah, I take that bet too. I take that bet. I take that bet.
Go for it. It's only Palace Heist. They play Pack Rush.
Pack Rush. I
know
no,
it can't be Pack Rush. There's no way I'm going to do it.
But if they broke out that fucking Palace Heist, bitch, I'm calling for your ticket.
That's fine. That's
if,
fine.
if Greg plays Pack Rush, like I'm 100% back on board.
Yes. Yeah.
100% back on board.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
that
not
is
gonna
just,
lie. He has the chance to do the funniest shit Lorcana's ever
There's
done.
no way he's gonna do that. Not after today. No.
That
This
dude
is
has some
gonna be.
humongous balls.
Do you all remember when they announced the Whirl thing and they had to do like an emergency podcast to like
Yeah.
tell people don't go do stuff? That was bad because they didn't. But here's the thing: they did that so people didn't go waste their time going to get stuff because information leaked. Okay. This is horrible, and they are having to have a meeting on how to handle this. As of the recording this, I guarantee not one thing has been decided for this Lorecast tomorrow, and they probably already had a whole script on what they were going to do. How great it is. Can't wait to see you all in Milwaukee. Bring your coats. Now it's going to be, oh shit, guys, sorry. Here's some events on Friday.
Yeah.
Here's what the pricing is going to be. All participants are going to start with, there's going to be something. Things they're not going to do. There's not going to be another DLC to make up for this. It's not going to happen. They are, I'm just going to call this one right now. I think they are going to increase the cap on this DLC.
2,500.
Whatever it might be. But here's why. I think they're going to honor every single ticket that was bought. And if people had them, I'm just going to say everything right now. Y'all can edit this later if you want. I don't care. People were able to get tickets once their website came back on if something was saved in their cart. And that is now going.
only for a while.
Yeah. There's no way. There's
Got that
no
10
way
a.m. ticket.
they're going to take those tickets away. They're not. They're going to honor all tickets, and that's going to increase the cap. I promise to everyone that has already happened. They're not going to take your stuff away. Because here's what everyone's going to say. And they said on their Discord today, the official Discord had it today. The opposite of restarting this and canceling everyone's ticket and redoing this would cost too much. Not only in publicity, but which is already taken a hit, but the actual physical cost of having to refund everybody and incur more credit card transaction fees. Yeah. I know that sounds small, and you're like, what's for? It's not. These things add up. It already cuts into a profit that they have when they pay for this event hall for probably 3 or 4 days. They had a setup before. It's probably Thursday through Monday for them. I'm telling you all, just from my experience in these things, that type of thing is not going to happen. They're tone deaf. Ravensburger's tone deaf to this. Horrible today. Horrible from Pastime event in their Discord. The way they tried to manage it. Panic response, terrible. Just god-awful. A minute after tickets were supposed to be on sale, just sent an Eventbrite link into your Discord. Which, I know I'm rambling, kind of going on a lot here. Here's another great thing. A lot of people today I saw were very upset. They kept saying they didn't know how to get tickets. They kept saying that they didn't know where to purchase them. They kept saying all these things. That's because they don't have Discord.
Yeah.
Everything goes through Discord, and that's how this information has been spread. It's been that way before the game released.
Yeah.
Guys, get a Discord. You can follow like 3 servers to figure out all this stuff. The excuse is just impossible. I'm sorry?
And the TSD server.
TSD, yeah, of course. Yeah, that's
no,
If you want all the good information,
yeah.
Pastime
If you
events,
do want-
listen.
yeah.
I'm gonna go
It's
in
all-
order. I'm gonna go in order of the one you really ain't gotta follow to the one you definitely gotta follow. Disney Lorcana, then Pastime events, then TSD. TSD was all the information's at.
And strictly because Taylor does more work for TSD's Discord and passing information along from the other Discord servers. I don't like. Do you actually do work at your actual job? That's what I want to know.
So today was funny. So every time I had to walk away from my computer, I was just interviewing people today, and I had some presentations that I had to do. But it was a fairly slow day because everyone thinks it's going to like wash away Louisiana tomorrow with this like little storm that we're going to have. So that's all I had to handle with today. Luckily, it was kind of that way yesterday as well. Slower time in the summer in New Orleans just kind of makes my days a little bit easier. But this was important. This was important to me for a few reasons. One, a few. I sat here last week and said, if anything goes wrong, I'm blaming Pastime. And I am blaming Pastime. I defended Ravensburger because I think that they've done a very good job with information since April or so. They've at least done what they said. Today was a failure. You're not going to be perfect every day, but today's a failure. But I said something, and I was like, you know what? If I can make it easier for everybody, I am. So I was happy that I was able to put all this information into our Discord. I was happy that I was able to help some people in the other Discords as much as I could. But the point that I'm trying to make is that both Ravensburger and Pastime had and have websites, and they should have had things up there sooner. There was nothing stopping Ravensburger from posting where tickets could be sold, when the event was, where the event was taking place, and more information. We found out yesterday where it was taking place. And here's the other thing, everybody out there, if you've probably already started looking, but this is the weekend before Halloween in Milwaukee. It's extremely busy during that time there. It is busy. There are probably more Halloween festivities up there than you think they're going to have. And it's a major city up there. That's why things are going to be expensive. If you look at hotel rooms right now, they're $300 plus a night. Any block of rooms at a hotel, and just full disclosure, that's the industry that I work in. Events, hotels, that type of thing is why I'm talking about this now. It's not going to be a massive discount. You're probably looking at 10 to 20% of that. You're probably looking at $200 something a night still. It's going to be rough, okay? Book something as soon as you see it, because when I booked something last night, I saw that most places were sold out, which is really bad for an influx of people. 2,000 plus people doesn't sound that rough, except when you realize that they're probably bringing family and friends. They want to be in close proximity, all those types of things. I hope there is a hotel room block. They said that there was one coming. I did a little bit more legwork. I've called around and no one knows what I'm talking about. Fair Center doesn't even have it. What you got?
I actually checked out the block. Who posted that the link?
They have. I missed that they posted a block.
They did, and then I checked the weekend that they set it for, and it says all the rooms are taken already. By the way,
then it might just be that it also hasn't been open yet. But I don't even remember seeing that. So
there was. Here, look, we're gonna find it. But go ahead if you want to keep going.
Taylor's good, bro. I want a bitch, bro. Me and Joe want a bitch.
Yeah.
Ain't all optimistic and shit, bro. Let's get to the bitch.
Be optimistic because you want to know why?
We said this is mature audiences, and we ain't doing no mature shit.
We are doing very mature things right now. This is very mature. It's very mature. I need to say all these things now before you all go out on this rampage that you rightfully should go out on, because it was a shit show today. There's no two questions. I'm not denying anyone about this. But I just want to give perspective where perspective is due from a business standpoint and what these two companies went through today and the decisions that they both made. Unfortunately, it looks like they made the decisions independently of each other, which is probably a podcast for another day or another year, maybe. I don't know. But it wasn't good today. You all need to go, and everyone out there, take the time, go find stuff now, get your flights going. Those are expensive too. Look at everything ahead of time. Start rooming with people, figure out what you got to do, yada, yada, yada. Go from there. Take it as you wish. Ask questions if you need, but the floor is y'all's now. I'm done.
So let's talk a little bit, I guess, about not really the ticket experience, but like, what did we expect going into this? Did we really expect it was going to be this bad? Like,
no.
Or did we like from my experiences on the past a couple of DLCs that I was trying to achieve tickets for, I have honestly never had a problem with Eventbrite. So I really don't see why they got rid of them. I know it was a fast first come first serve type of ticket sales, how they did their shit. But once they found out that bots or people that canceled, they were quick to replenish the tickets and hopefully get people tickets also. Jimmy, if you don't remember, we went to Nationals and they didn't have tickets for you, and then Eventbrite opened them back up for people that were just at the tournament, and you got a ticket to play in the LCQ, right? Wasn't that through Eventbrite too?
For the LCQ was actually on site.
Okay,
the
yeah.
lottery, and
They
then
did a lottery,
everyone,
right?
everyone won the lottery.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
LCQ because there weren't very many people that wanted it.
Yeah.
For some reason, which was crazy.
I'm glad you
But-
said that, Jimmy. Got to write a note. One more thing I need to bring up later. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that why the change? Like why did they change the pastimes? Does anyone know? Yeah, go ahead, Taylor. You know everything. Go ahead.
Eventbrite charges a fee to vendors when they sell tickets. If you do it through your own website, only thing you're paying for is already the service you provide. It's cutting into profits. PPG didn't care. They did the right thing by going through a third party for two reasons. One, it was simpler. Their servers could handle it. And then two, if something went wrong, they can blame Eventbrite. Guess what no one's doing today? Blaming Eventbrite because 1,800 people were able to get their ticket like that on Eventbrite. Now, it really went that fast, right?
Yeah.
And that's the reason why. That's the reason why that happened. That's the reason why these third parties are out there. Suggest everybody, if you're running any kind of event, do it. I've done it on very small scales through Eventbrite for like 100 people. This needs to happen. Don't. Your website that has 20 people check it a day is not going to handle the Disney IP family crushing your website.
Yeah.
Just not going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So Jordan, I want to ask you a question. So I know your ticket was you got it in a different way than most people probably got their ticket. But
What you talking about?
do you like let's just say this. If you didn't get a ticket, how would you feel about this whole situation? Because you were one of the ones that got lucky, and so was Robbie. So I want to hear y'all's thoughts on before
You calling us out?
before y'all
I
got
mean,
the
10
ticket.
a.m.
Like,
tickets.
what-
We got
what
10
were
a.m.
your-
tickets.
Go check Juice's Twitter post for the last 8
So-
hours.
Okay.
That's how he feels.
So I just wanna ask a question here. If one person, say me, or anybody else that didn't get a ticket for this event, what reason has anyone had to buy actual Ravensburger product since last October? Like what, besides to play like set champs? Some locals let you proxy cards. I mean, like, why are people supporting this company that isn't throwing events? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. That's how I would feel if I didn't get a ticket today. I'd feel more about that there's not actual competitions to use the cards that we're paying for that are going to rotate out in a year's time. That's the questions I want to know.
I have answers.
Me too.
Taylor, let's hear it. Let's hear your
There, Robbie.
answers.
My first answer is that infinity format is a thing, so the cards won't technically rotate out. They only rotate out of core constructed. And we don't know where reprints are going to be yet. We have to wait for random people at Gen Con to tell us that, which is a whole nother situation. But I believe last week, multiple members on this podcast stated that they were very happy with the state of competitive play being done by third parties. Third parties are supporting things. Third parties are doing an excellent job. Shout out to everyone that is running some circuit that'll be coming. If it hasn't started, one's in September, right? Or August? We have one that was.
We have one September, August.
September.
Two in
I think
September.
it's September, right after release.
So the reason to buy product from Ravensburger or your local game store, or whatever it might be, is because you are going to be playing in those events. And we can't all share cards. They're going to frown upon our proxies. Yes, Robbie, your hand's up, I think.
Are you the Ravensburger plant? You here?
No,
You have to be a
It's true.
Ravensburger plant. You have to be a Ravensburger plant. I'm convinced.
I will
me
say,
and
I
Jordan
keep
are
getting
good
really lucky
guys.
with these tickets and stuff,
I'm-
but it's just
I'm
my
swear to
natural
God,
positivity.
I'm convinced me and Jordan are the good guys in this entire story. I said it for the last week. This whole time we've been the good guys being treated like the villains. And really and
say
truthfully, where the animals from the Junk Book trying to protect Rogley, who's the little player base, and Yushir Khan, and no doubt in my mind now, me
here's
and
the
we
thing.
just the bear and the panther,
Raise your hand
Baloo.
if you had a stress-free day after 11:04 a.m. CST this morning because you had a ticket. Jordan,
Because
put
you
your hand down.
Ravensburger
We're
Golden
not-
Boy plants. I see 3 Ravensburger plants who just raised their hand.
No, but here's the thing.
Hey,
All I'm
spies.
speaking is, look, it's not opinion, it's truth. That's why. Like, these are the things that are happening. Here's the thing to Jordan's part. What I said was, though, it's third-party stuff. We don't have enough events. Ravensburger has not posted of these 3 DLCs are not enough. The 5-month gap, whatever we have next year, is not going to be good unless they do these CCQ things during that time period, which I still think is going to happen. I have a feeling that there was a post in some Discord today, and I didn't share it because I was doing other things, that the CCS is basically just about to announce, if they haven't already by the time this comes out, that they're on the circuit for the CCQ stuff. That's what's coming out. It's coming quickly. So
that's pretty cool.
Let me ask you a question, Jordan.
There's third port and stuff.
When's the last time you bought product?
Yeah, you tell me.
Okay, no. It's not because Woody supplies all of us product. It's because competitive players don't usually buy a whole lot of sealed product. They buy singles in the secondary market for the decks they want because it's more cost efficient. The profit the company makes from product is almost exclusively from kitchen table players and collectors, or scalpers, which I think will become a bigger thing once the iconic cards come out.
Yeah.
So to me, it seems like Ravensburger does not understand the purpose of the competitive circuit, and that is to grow the game through aspirational marketing. And so that's the issue right now, is they don't understand the purpose of why they should be doing this and pandering to the competitive player, even though they're not their hugest market share. They're the smallest market share.
It's true. The people that buy the product are collectors as well. But go ahead, Jordan.
I'm just saying that if you're not going to a PPG, or you don't want to go to a sweaty tournament like that, you can just play locals. And what other, you're so Ravensburger is saying, don't come to DLCs because we can't handle that. Like, we're gonna make it as hard for you to go to a DLC as possible. Why don't you, if you want to buy the cards, you just wait till they rotate out? They're much cheaper. Like, I feel like it incentivizes bad behavior by the player base if they're not actually going to supply tournaments that are.
That's what I 100% agree with you.
Sure.
Absolutely 100% agree with you.
Sure.
And they also don't design
terrible.
their packs for draft. If they could design the packs for draft, then they had different uses for like buying product. But they don't currently do that because I don't know, they're incompetent. I don't know.
I'm gonna add to it. I think that the even the local pricing has been less than desirable until maybe this next set. So maybe if they start making some like cards that are worth fucking going to a championship for, if we get these Maleficents and let's just say they're like 180 a pop, everyone's going to want them. Everyone's going to want to try to win one. Everyone's going to want to try to get the mat. That's $400 or something like that. And that's what people want, that are competitive and stuck in a local scene. And I understand we're kind of talking about like the why buy cards. Well, I think that the reason why competitive players would buy cards is to, A, help their team like me, Woody, and like fellow teammates do in this team, or B, it's to just always keep their locals on their toes for mega events or the bigger events. But those big events don't exist now. And no one, like I said, no one cares about championships. When was the last time y'all cared about a championship card or a mat? Like
Scar.
Yeah, I mean,
Scar's even pointed for me, right? Like Scar was only because Scar was like my favorite Disney villain.
Right.
If it wouldn't have been for that, the last one I cared about was Stitch.
What you got, Taylor? I see it on your
Stitch
the
and
TV.
Scar were the only ones I cared about.
So that's exactly what I was going to say. We have a very different local scene. Miami has a very different local scene.
Yeah.
Carolinas have a different local scene than Idaho. Okay. I'm just picking a random state, by the way. No one from Idaho come blow me up. It's fine if you
Mississippi.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Our local scene started, and we all wanted to be good at the game and competitive. One store, and I'm going to name it, Gopher Games in Metairie. They did more casual events. Okay. The casual players still want to go to a DLC. In fact, it's probably, I think we said this, they probably want it more in some ways than your competitive player. And here's why I'm saying that. One of the major things that I saw transpire today, multiple times today, quite a few of these things were said. Parents were saying, I'm going to make a harsh point at the end of this. So again, the disclaimer that we said, be ready. Okay. No, it's not. You're
Fuck
not
'em.
gonna be happy. No. Um, Parents weren't able to get competitive tickets for their kids or attendee badges. Okay, that's true. All right, it happened today. I saw a lot of people saying that they wish that the DLCs previously had more of a thematic approach, more of that Disney magic type of thing. And I think a harsh reality that fans of Disney and this game need to understand is that that's not what these events are catered towards. Can they do a better job of making a spectacle of these things and making them more Disney themed and have that Disney? Absolutely. The production value, though, is going to increase your ticket price. So be ready for that too. It is.
That makes sense.
That's how this works. No, these Ravensburger, Pastime, PPG, none of them are doing this out of kindness. They are doing it for profit. It is a company. They have shareholders. There is money to be made and they want to make it. They allow vendors to sell product. At these DLCs. They charge vendors fees for these booths. They're not just, here's a table if you're local and want to set up. The point I'm making about all of this is that people that are upset today saying, I've tried to get a ticket to every DLC and I haven't gotten one, and people have gotten into every one that they wanted to. That's true. I'm sitting here.
I've gotten into every DLC I've tried to get into.
Yeah, and I get technically everyone I think here has at this blink in time. We have one person we got to work on. I just read something. But it's a harsh lesson for you to have to tell your kid, I can't bring you to this, or we're not going, especially if they're a fan of Disney. But that's the thing I got to tell the Disney people. It's a trading card game. It has a competitive scene and a very high value prizing. If you make it top 8 at these DLCs, if you make it to Worlds,
that's why we play this game.
Outrageous. Yes, because the high level or those that want to be very competitive players are playing for those prizes. They are not showing up to a DLC dressed as their favorite character. They're not here for that. You might be, and that's great. But the final point I want to make is not one person is entitled to a ticket. It's a big thing. I was told today in the official Discord, everyone's obsessed with the word entitled. No, it's just something that you have to realize as another person that you may not have gotten a ticket. And obviously, majority of people did not. That's how this works. You're not always going to get one. I know I say that right after I said, hey, we've gotten lucky, but that's what it is. It's sheer luck and following make sure you make an account. Make sure you have your information preloaded. Because I saw people today at 9:30, hey, Pastime event staff, how do I make an account? It's not working with my email. That's a little too late. You're behind the 8 ball. Yeah. But the sense of entitlement has to end. We have Worlds players that didn't make it.
Yeah.
Lucas literally said today, well, see y'all in Riftbound. He played in Worlds 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And he's now like, forget it. That's crazy.
Top 8 in Worlds.
Yeah, top 8. That's right. Yeah.
In Worlds, yeah.
Yeah.
And signed for world-class cards recently.
Exactly. And here we are. So I sympathize with everybody. I really do that didn't get to. It sucks. It does suck, especially when you've been waiting for it, because to the point that Jordan's going to make at some point during this show, or again, is that they haven't had a competitive event in 8 months. It's going to be 10 months since their competitive event, besides Worlds. Worlds doesn't count. That was an invite-only type of event.
It's not a public event.
Correct. It's a problem. They should do more events. But I am going to take a second to just remind everybody that all these people that work for Pastime, all these people that work for Ravensburger are human. we don't have to cut them slack. They're getting paid for a job. They failed at their job today. We don't need to throw insults at them, but both sides should be a little bit more respectful. I think Pastime did a horrible job today. I think Ravensburger initially did a horrible job. And I think a lot of the community showed their real colors today. I mean, we got people doxing people on Discords now. It's horrible.
God damn.
Yeah, it's bad. For those of you that don't know, maybe you just aren't aware, doxing is when your private information is leaked out onto the internet and people start calling you, harassing you, coming to your door. Those things happened for, I believe it was a Pastime employee today. So I can understand why they are probably not super thrilled. And I wouldn't be either, right? But they had to do better. This was bad. This was the worst. This was absolutely the worst. And I had a good day. I feel horrible for anybody that missed an opportunity to buy a ticket early on time because you had never even heard of Eventbrite, and go from there. But I have a question, particularly for Jordan and Robbie. What would you all like to hear from Ravensburger? What do you want them to do to make this better?
So
and it's got to be realistic and real.
I think I have a unique perspective because I'm in communications and public relations.
Okay,
for
go ahead.
A government agency that has a lot of crises, right?
Like not having a past president. Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm not in the Foosh. I'm in Terrebonne. I'm not.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
We don't have bridges. We have 7 bridges down.
Yeah.
I want an apology to the player base and for them to just finally acknowledge that they simply fucked up. It's that simple. That's all we want. Hey, we know we fucked up. We sorry. We see where we did it. We're going to make it better. Or at least we're going to try. We're going to do everything in our power to make it better. We can't fix what we've already done, but we can acknowledge your feelings. We can validate them and say, we've actually absolutely screwed the pooch on this. We're going to move forward. No, they haven't. They've never come out and said exactly in a point. I don't want to hear it from, I don't want to hear from Rochelle and all. I want to hear from the guys at the top who are never on those goddamn lore casts, who've let these 2 individuals with Rochelle and Tito Otis take this shit on the chin for them. They need to come out. The big man needs to come out from behind that goddamn curtain, stop hiding behind Oz, get Ryan Miller on his ass and say, I am terribly sorry. I am terribly sorry we've letting it get to this and we have fucked this up severely. Now, granted, he don't have to curse. Like, I just want them, a big man. I'll need Oz to come out from behind the curtain, apologize, stop letting these 2 employees, let's remember this, employees. Take the heat for all of this shit. I would never.
Steve Miller is an employee of Ravensburg.
Oh, bullshit. He's up there, though. He's up there. He ain't the same. One of the big wigs need to come down from their ivory tower and apologize.
Whoever made these stupid decisions.
Whoever they keep saying, well, we got to have a conversation with the team and talk about whoever the fucker, the one who's saying, I need the one who's saying, do this to come out and apologize. That's the one who needs to do it.
Hired for less.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. That's all I want. I don't want them to come say, we're going to give another DLC. I know that's not going to happen. I know that's unrealistic. And I know they said they put all their energy in the season 3. I can respect that completely. And am hopeful that season 3 will be better, but I'm cautiously hopeful. Like cautiously, optimistically hopeful. But the fact that I think this organization owes the player base as a whole just a simple, from one of the main guys, from one of the people everyone looks up to, from the person that everyone goes get their mat signed by, make a 500-600 person line to take pictures with, needs to come out himself. I don't want a text message. I don't want a Discord message. I don't want an email. I want him on the Lorecast tomorrow just saying I'm sorry. And I don't think that's too much to ask.
I agree that would be a great step. Is it going to make you feel better about how today went?
Yes.
The
acknowledgement would make me feel better.
Look,
Jordan,
Robbie, let's be real. It won't, but it'll start to bond that relationship that was ruined at the start.
It will heal the wound, right? It'll start to heal the wound that's already been created.
I agree
and it's
with
not
that.
just me.
It's not going to make
it's
anything
not just
better,
me. It's not just me. We're talking about hundreds of people who probably are
thousands.
The fact that Zach Bivens has said this proves to me it's worse than what we think it is. And if like that, he's like, I feel bad for the players.
Third place in the world.
Just third best play in the world. Third best play in the world. There needs to be an apology. I'm sorry. I will say it would make me feel better to just have the acknowledgement from one of the high ups for a change. I don't think that's much to ask for. Like just an acknowledgement from one of the top guys. Like, you think that's too much to ask for?
I don't at all. I think that's a good call, but like I said, I don't think it's not gonna fix anything. I still think there's gonna be thousands of people bitching. There's still gonna be people that throw the hate speech everywhere and all that shit like that. But it will. The players that enjoy and like this game will probably second guess their terrible thoughts, and it'll start to maybe get into a better thought through the game. But Jordan, what would fix it for you? Is it the same thing as Robbie?
Here's the big thing for me. More than anything else, more than the DLCs being in fucking BFE, or more than there only being 3 DLCs, the worst part of the entire process is them telling us to go to this website and register on this website. This is all you have to do is go register on the website and be ready to buy the tickets. And then 1 minute beforehand, they pull the rug and say, fuck you all, fuck your family, none of y'all get fucking tickets. Only the fucking most hyper-aware people in the community, the most competitive people in the community are going to be the ones that get the tickets. Fuck you, Lil Billy. Fuck you, Susie. You ain't coming to DLC ever, because we will make sure that it is so complicated that only the most invested people in the community are able to get tickets.
Yeah, your mom or dad ain't getting you fucking tickets, Susie.
That's why Taylor, the parents don't get the tickets. They didn't fucking know. It's not because we were lucky. It's because everyone in this group, in this call right now, is super hyper aware of what's going on and how to get the tickets. You will never get it if you are not hyper aware. So play a different game. They don't want you to play this game. They don't want you to be at a DLC. Ravensburger does not want you to be at a DLC. They do not want you there.
The question was, what would Ravensburger have to do to fix this? But your time is expired.
Not a lot. Just give us the real
neither
information.
one of you said what Ravensburger needs to do to fix this, right? It was
run it on Eventbrite.
Oh, no, Robbie gave a
good. Robbie said what he wanted to hear to make people feel better. It doesn't fix it. The question is,
what can't fix this though?
They can't fix it is the right answer.
They can't.
Ding, 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 ding. Everyone's complaining about nothing.
No. They can fix it. The worst part of the entire experience is them lying to us. That is the worst part. I can accept if I don't get it on Eventbrite because, that happened before. Right. I didn't get to Chicago. I can accept that. I can't accept them giving us false information and then rug pulling 1 minute before this cast.
Ravensburger didn't do that pastime events.
You work for Ravensburger. I'm convinced. You don't. You're a plant.
What?
We have to spread truth.
You know what would help?
Yeah.
Is whoever made the decision, they announced the Lorecast got fired.
Yeah. That'd be great.
I mean, I don't know who, that was the most insane, terrible decision.
Crazy. I can't believe it.
And listen, I have made coding mistakes that have cost my company a lot of money that would get crazy people fired for everything. I wasn't fired, but this was so much worse than that.
It was. It was horrible. But here's the thing. I think we know what happened. It didn't work. Something broke. No one could make a decision, and there was a panic response. It was clearly a panic response. Okay? And that is a problem. But none of these things are going to make anyone feel better, which is kind of the point. Like, Robbie, I hate to tell you, I don't think anyone else, if you're saying you are, great. I don't think anyone else is going to feel better because they're missing out on the opportunity to do something, and there's nothing that replaces being there. It's the fear of missing out. It's FOMO.
But your question wasn't what he could do for everyone else. It said, what would make you feel better?
No, I understand.
They fix it. I told you what would be better for me. Yeah. I said, fuck everybody. I don't give a shit about them. I'm just saying what I want to see.
You do.
But
I know
will
you
say-
do.
But hold on, I will change my response to public execution like Jimmy. That's a way better idea. I just want an apology. I'm much for Jimmy's idea. Jimmy's idea is phenomenal. That is the best idea we've ever had on here.
And the best part about it is, like, they can just lie. It doesn't even have to be a real
this is the
person
last
fired, right?
episode. This is
Like,
great.
they can just
They
say
can
someone
be an
got fired. Exactly. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, just give us something. Like,
Team Snuggly Duckling does not promote the murder or public execution of any individuals involved with pastime events or
Definitely true.
Ravensburger LLC.
Right.
Okay.
no,
But
see, like, one of the biggest problem is a lot of information, like, we are never going to have, right?
Right.
And that's frustrating because they're a company running a business and they can't just give out all their information. So we're not ever gonna be able to see fully behind the curtain.
this
And so it's gonna be a lot of speculation, a lot of talk,
And they even said today that they weren't going to give all the information. That's the right answer because it would just make things worse. Too much information will make things worse. That is the large part of all of this. I'm going to answer my own question. I don't think there's anything they can do to fix this. I really don't. I don't think an apology on a lorecast by Steve Miller is going to be enough to do anything. I don't think that giving away additional prizing at the event is going to do anything. What's happened is already done. Well, I'm sorry?
They should give out additional prizing.
They should. They should give out additional tickets or packs or whatever it is because just so everyone's aware, if you read the prizing, I don't know if anyone's done that yet, it says additional packs or tickets. Jordan, what you got really quick?
Waitlist.
Yeah,
Well, I'm on-
Waitlist.
Give me 2 minutes. We're
There's
getting
a waitlist.
nah, fam.
Yeah. So we're gonna get there. But there's nothing they can do to fix this. It's already done. They can do better for the next event, and we'll see how it goes. But I can guarantee you, everyone, go get your Eventbrite stuff. It'll be done through Eventbrite because it went like that. It's worked for them in the past. Now through 2 different companies, it's going to be that way again. I will also tell you, go find and follow Pastime Events Discord. It's on their website. Join it. Be in there because at least for this season, they're going to be running events.
There's a lot of good conversation in there that's great right now.
Is it great? It don't look great. But I also think, though, there is one thing that could help appease those that didn't get tickets. And that is what Jordan just brought up, and that's a wait list. There are no plans for it. There's no way for them to do it right now. But there should be something that they do. I think Ravensburger can handle that on their own through the Play Hub.
They could do it through Eventbrite.
They're going to do it.
They
Yeah,
can do it through Eventbrite as well. Sure. They've got to figure out something, and that should be done. I wouldn't bet that it would be, but it's a step for those that didn't get tickets because that's the people that are actually quote unquote hurt. The people that weren't able to go. Like I said before, you got to realize that not everyone was going to get a ticket, and that sucks, and it's fair. They wish there was more events, yada, yada, yada. But they got to do something for the community because today was a very, very bad day. It was a horrible day for Pastime, the Ravensburger, and the people in the community attacking each other and going after people. It was bad. It was bad today. Still going bad after I'm going to start reading some of this.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead,
I
Jordan.
have a maybe a solution
Okay.
for Ravensburger. I don't know. Maybe this could be a solution. Instead of what if they ran 6 DLCs on 2 different days? So one, you would have 3 DLCs on one weekend. You would have a lottery system. Everyone get into the lottery, and you get to send to one of them. Because a lottery system for one DLC is going to be a complete shit show, right? No one's going to get it.
Sure. Okay.
But if you have maybe like 2 or 3 DLCs on the same weekend, you get filtered into one each. What if? I think that might be a decent solution.
So you're saying have multiple DLCs at the same
On the same
dates,
weekend.
different places?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a much better solution to whatever they're trying to do.
Yeah, that's actually a phenomenal idea.
I can get. I'll take a commission on that. 1%. I'll take the little fee. But hit me up, Ravensburger. I'm gonna TM that.
They're definitely not going to get you. I've listened to your message. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
so
you
lottery.
heard him? You heard him? You heard him? He said, "I listened to your message." Them
I know. Yeah, he said it
Ravensburger.
multiple times.
No.
There's no way they go to a lottery system. I'm gonna tell you why. People are just gonna complain about a lottery system and say that things were rigged. It's not going to change anything. We say things about the regular lottery, the NBA draft lottery, you name it. They always think something is rigged. That won't happen. I think it won't be this season. I think season 2 is kind of the way it's going to be.
Season 2 is locked.
Yes. I think something they should do in the future is do a system that those that have a high enough standing through some ranking in the Ravensburg Play Hub should get priority for tickets. They have the ability to do something like that. It should focus in not only on how much you've won, but also the events that you go to. Meaning if you go to multiple events, let's say in multiple places, I think you should have a priority there. And I know what that says. Oh, well, my LGS around me doesn't do events all that often. Oh, I only have one around me. And we have them sprouting up like weeds around us right now, right? And I mean that actually positively. You have quite a few around us. I think that's a way to do something. A ranking system, and you say the top, I don't know. I really don't. The top 1,000 have priority on tickets for this DLC. And then the rest are open up free for all with a higher cap. I do think that we can probably figure out a higher cap in some way. I kind of like the idea of having the same, like multiple DLCs on the same weekend. I do think that people that like to go to multiple of the events are going to hate that. And, but my thing to them would be, well, you're not going to them now. So what's it matter?
Yeah,
You at least get to go to one, right? It's an idea, but they got to do something. They have to have some, look, other TCGs do some level of like ranking system, like have you won a regional or some like qualifier or something along those lines, right? I don't know if it's like the best idea. It's probably not for the casualty for what this is going for, like the casual Arcana player. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's just you're going to your locals and you've gone to so many of them at range. I don't know.
They should not have a cap whatsoever. Magic just had a Pro Tour, which is an invite-only tournament, and alongside it, they had the Magic Con, which was 15 to 20,000 unique individuals, plus a 400-person tournament. It's been done. Magic Grand Prix used to happen all the time. I got played in a 14,000-person Grand Prix. We ended up splitting into 2 Grand Prix because the too many people in one. This has all been done before. It can be done. I think they have hinted at this quest and being community-driven and more of an event for the social players. These can happen at the same time as a DLC. You can charge a $50 entrance fee, and then if you want to play in the competitive event for another $75, you can. And just make it a huge community event. And then having 3 DLCs isn't that bad. And if they wanted, in between the one DLC per set, so they could theme it per set, so they can have the full event for all the casuals too, they can do a capped event that's Infinity, or something that I would like to see, a Team Trios DLC. Since this is supposed to be a community-driven card game.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think a whole lot of reason why we're at the spot we're at right now is because, one, I think they did 0 front running until they hired Cooper. So I don't even think Worlds was even talked about until they hired Cooper in March, and he had 2 months to get that shit together.
Check the podcast.
And then another 2 months to get everything together to announce at Worlds. It's ridiculous, is what I think.
Yeah.
Episode 1 of the podcast.
And 2, I think they're not making as much money as they thought they were this year. They went from 3rd best-selling TCG to 5th best-selling TCG from 2024 to 2025.
Yeah, they did.
I'm not sure when the fiscal year is. I think it's in the middle of the year. I think it's like 2023 to 2024. But so
but that's their fault.
That's kind of weird. Like, why do people stop buying product? It's almost like there wasn't
Not
an official
product. They
tournament.
just didn't have as many events.
Not only that, but the cards suck that they print.
Weird. It's kind of weird.
So,
but they should have avenues to fix this if they actually go forward. But they need to put that plan together and do it now and announce stuff months in advance.
Yeah, agreed. Well, okay, so let's take another trip in our time machine. March of last year, 2024, we found out about the first DLC in May of 2024, excuse me. We found out 2 months later, right? Plus the other DLCs. This year, we found out basically the same thing with another month. Or should I say, I guess technically it's almost close to 2 months. They have not gotten better at communicating those details on things, right? No one, they're sucking at it.
It's too many bites.
It's too many bites.
I don't know how this man deep throats this fucking thing. I don't.
He doesn't. He makes it like a gusher. It's like just one little pebble.
That ain't no way.
We might see it tomorrow on the Lorecast. Apparently, he's going to be on it. Anyway,
Native American mouths ain't made for
I
this.
hope not.
Yeah. So my thing is for it that
Somebody got to play Palisade.
yeah. that
No, man. JDZ is for sure going to be on there eating the sadness.
yeah. I think he hinted at it today. They got to do something, right? They got to do something. They got to be better. And they got to figure it out for season 3. Let's put it this way. No one here was going to stop playing this game if they didn't get a ticket today. You might have started playing something else. You're going to jump the Gundam?
Good, man.
No. But I don't agree. There's no way.
I would
There's
never.
No, exactly. That's the thing, right? The game's got to shut down. We would have still gone to the set champs. We would have still talked about the PPG circuit, all these different things. And after everyone else cools down, they're going to do it. Why? Because they enjoy the Disney IP. They enjoy all these things. They're not going to stop supporting the game. They're not. Other point, events have to be taken. Events like this have to be planned like years in advance. You want to know why we're going to the Baird Center in Wisconsin? Because they just figured this out in March. Jordan's right. There's no way. It's not even the largest one there. They're picking a weekend that was available somewhere close to Pastime events, which is another point, by the way, needs to be said. Pastime events has a hand in where these events were. They said on their Discord today that they did not. That's wrong. It's a big lie. They lied, or whoever said that was wrong is one of their staff members. They clearly have where this is supposed to be.
No, he just didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
You know, Taylor, I like you, man. You lie a lot.
I got to quote a philosopher. If I have a house in Houma and I hire a shitty contractor to build my house, it's not the contractor's fault. I know he was shitty. It's my fault for hiring a shitty contractor to give me a house. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking
when it falls
genius.
down with this tropical storm that's circling the Gulf, just blowing wind at us, it's my fault for hiring the bad contractor.
I'm going to say my theory behind why Pastimes is the TO.
What's your theory?
And that is because of Elaine from Magic coming over. And she has a working relationship with them from back when they did Grand Prix, which they did well. And so she thought they could handle it. But they have not done Grand Prix since 2019, or maybe before that, since Grand Prix ended in because of COVID. They've only been doing conventions now, which they don't sell tickets for. The conventions sell all the tickets to their events. So their website was definitely not going to be available to handle this.
Right. Yeah.
I saw their website. Their website looked like a cardboard box. There was no way it was handling this.
Everyone was saying that. And
what was the old Adobe system everything used to be built on? Remember you remember it? Like they discontinued
I can't remember what it was called. But
I swear to God, it's built on that still.
I was like, is this just some like random dude's WordPress site?
Yeah. Like I swear when I saw it, I thought, what was it? Adobe? Was it? I can't remember what it was.
It
but that's what I swear it was built on.
It seems like everyone like
that was a Wix website. It was built on Wix.
I mean, it's bad. All these things are bad, but they just got to figure out a way to do better. And to Jordan's point, really quick, because I understand what he's saying. He's saying Ravensburger obviously hired this Pastime group, and he doesn't think they did a good job or anything, and they didn't. It was horrible today, right? but I guarantee if your house blew down, you're suing the contractor. I guarantee if it was shitty or not, right? And truthfully, that's what Ravensburger really needs to look at here. I think personally that if I were them, I'd be looking at another vendor for Richmond and Indianapolis. There's definitely something in the contract that they have that like failures and things of that nature are going to that can like end a contract and void anything that they may have between the two. That to me, I didn't say it before, would be something that I think would make people feel better. I was heard. You get to put the blame on Pastime and save a little face at the same time. Sounds pretty good to me if I was them.
Yeah, I just don't know if there are enough TOs in the space.
All right, well, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of good information and a lot of bad information too. We've been on it. We've been at it for an hour and 20 minutes now. Do we want to hit final thoughts? I got some things I want to announce in the final thoughts, but if y'all want to hit some final thoughts, let's go for it. Unless y'all got one or two more things to add here. Anybody? All right.
I ain't got final thoughts.
We'll start with you, Jimmy. Let's hear it.
Final thoughts?
You better pour me a glass, is all I'm saying.
I got you. I'm gonna take a sip for you. That's my final thought. Because we all going. Yep. Sorry, pores. We all going. I do feel bad for you, though. It sucks.
It does suck. I'm never getting that.
Yeah, that's all.
That's all you got? I thought you were gonna say some other stuff. All right, well, Jordan.
No, we'll save that for next week.
All right.
DKP can get his thanks next week.
Yeah. Jordan, final thoughts.
All right, here's my final thoughts. I just wanna pour one out. There's something in there. I wanna pour a little.
Are you pulling a Pastime?
It sounds like Pastimes at Ravensburger.
I know, yeah.
I want to pour one out I really want to say this. I want to pour one out for all the parents and all the little kids that didn't get tickets because of how bad and incompetent Ravensburger was. It's truly awful. It's bad. I can't believe Ravensburger would do this to the community that supports them. And their incompetence led to more disappointed kids and parents. And I'm very heartfelt apology to those people. I wish them the best. Maybe invest in a different card game. I don't know.
I love that you're doing it for the kids, man. I love it. That's awesome.
For the kids.
For the kids.
El Niños.
Even though we're not supposed to have kids on this episode.
Parents were here, so we asked them to leave an hour and a half ago.
Good take.
If you're still here, it's your fault at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone made it this far.
All right, Robbie, final thoughts. Let's see what you got.
Kids, first of all, I don't care. This some bullshit. This some baby back bullshit. This some Supreme bullshit. I hope they fix this shit. I hope we get an apology to at least start to, like, I just need an acknowledgement that they know, like, from someone high up. Like, I just need an acknowledgement from somebody with some kind of big ass fucking C title, some kind of C-suite title, just coming down there and apologizing and just be like, yeah, at least acknowledging they know they fucked it up. At least to start to shrink this riff with everybody, because it's only gonna get worse. Because the more people call out they're gonna fuck this up more, and then the more they actually fuck it up more, is just gonna like less and less trust as time goes on. So until like they finally just be like, yep, we actually like, even if they just go, hey, yeah, we absolutely screwed this up. Can y'all just chill with us till till season 3? I can accept that at least a little bit better than like these two poor employees just getting blasted in these discords. Like, I'm not lying, it's not fun. Like, I just stopped saying stuff because I was like, this is like a little too far, like taking these people into it. Yeah, like it's like I just stopped going into the Discord saying stuff, like, because I was like, this is not their fault. Like, go comment, like, Ravensburg. I'm just give you all a heads up. You can go to Ravensburg and they have a contact us form with an info at ravensburger.com. Like, go there, grab that email, and just blast that email. If you want to say stuff, that'll get to them. Trust me. When their website, their email server gets overloaded, y'all send 73,000 emails in the course of 6 minutes, they'll know. But that's all I got, and I just hope it gets better. And I'm cautiously optimistic about tomorrow, but have a feeling they're gonna show up like Palpatine, showing up as the fucking Sith Lord.
He's a good character. I like that guy.
Gonna electrocuting the shit out of me and Jordan while we try to fight for our lives.
All right, Taylor,
Empire did nothing
next,
wrong.
huh?
Yeah, it's just about time for
Ravensburger.
the next thing. Well, that is what I'm going to talk about. Full disclosure, I do actually work for Ravensburger.
I knew that.
No.
We're the worst kept secret.
I know. No. Again, look, my final thoughts is kind of what I said before. A few things I'm going to spitball them. I am sorry for people that did not get a ticket today or not even the opportunity to get one because they didn't know where to find something. I do think it's your fault that you didn't know where to find something though. Information has been talked about and shared on social media for weeks now. Last week I was talking about somebody being yeah, well, that's fine. Some people were they need to be humbled last week. My word this week is going to be you don't need to be entitled. I'm sorry for everybody. You get it. But if you were, taking a break during work today to buy these tickets and you snuck off to a closet to do it on your phone to get this ticket, that's fine. That's what you had to do. But you weren't entitled to get that ticket. Could it have been fairer? Absolutely. To not know and then a different thing to happen at the minute after 11:01 and you have to go to a totally different site to do something. I know that threw a lot of people off. It threw Ravensburger off because they said it in their Discord.
Yeah.
That the pivot should have been different. The pivot should have just been pause and wait, get it together, announce it, go. It didn't happen that way. Yep,
for sure.
It didn't happen that way because employees were allowed to make a decision, and it was a panic response. That is a failure of training, it's a failure of communication, and it's a failure on Pastime and Ravensburger that this occurred today.
All right. Well, I think that's a really good take there. I think that's how most people should take it. But I got a ticket. Like I said, I don't care. I don't care about any of this shit. I really don't. I just don't. I'm just gonna go to the DLC and play a card game just like I did every fucking time at every DLC.
2 employees. Two
yeah.
employees.
They blocked my fucking checkout for like hours. I was getting fucked in the checkout spot. But on the side note, we have some news, and some of y'all don't know about this. Actually, I don't think any of y'all know about this, but we won a Inkcasters giveaway for our first chapter Japanese box. All right.
Yes.
We're going to be pairing up with Inkcasters, and we're going to be doing a giveaway with them. Coming soon, guys. Coming soon. We're going to give out all the information probably in the next week, and it's going to be a big event. We're going to make it something a little bit bigger than normal. We're not just going to spin the wheel and give it out. We're going to have one of our players play one of their players, and we want y'all to guess who's going to win the match. And we'll go from there. There'll be more information on that a little bit later. But one more giveaway we're going to talk about is Mattified. He's got the 2 fucked up screens that you saw all day today.
Are we doing a giveaway with those?
He's giving them away.
Oh my God.
Already live on Twitter.
You definitely want this. So you want to take a look, go to Mattified on X, give him a follow, and he wants you to tag a friend that you're going to share this shitty fucking screen mat with. All right, not the mat's not shitty. It's just a shitty memory that you from the mat. But anyways, yeah, go follow him. Give your buddy a tag that you're gonna win the mat with, and repost it. That's Mattified on X. And yeah, it sucks that people didn't get tickets. Again, like I said, this is every DLC. This is nothing new. This is nothing new to any card game. If you played One Piece, they go out like that. Like the One Piece tickets they're gone in 14 seconds. I mean, how it went, yes, it sucked. I'll say that. It sucked. But, I mean, guys, We're talking about a Disney card game that we knew the past 6 DLCs sold out in less than 20 seconds besides Chicago and Canada. Because no one wants to go to fucking Chicago or Canada. Let's be real. I guarantee
And
you.
now all the DLCs are by Chicago.
Yeah.
And Canada. And Canada.
I guarantee you
Canada.
that everyone that wants a DLC ticket in Brazil is going to get one. All right. That's going to be the DLC for everyone. So if you want to bring
There's 3
your kids
players.
to Brazil, that's where you're going to go and play. All right. So that's my take on it.
There's a solution for this. There's a solution for this.
What's that solution, Jimmy?
Get rid of the cap.
Yep.
It's been done before.
Yeah. Well,
No
I'm
care with
about
that.
to lose power. Most likely, it is fucking dumping right now.
Yeah,
But
Yeah. Just a little tropical
that's
storm.
my final thoughts on things. I don't really care, and support the giveaways. Support the giveaways, but
Think
yeah.
about the kids that Ravensburger hurt today. That's what I want. I
Fuck
want
them
to
kids.
He
Don't
doesn't rug
think
pull
about
those
kids.
children. I can't
Please
believe
make
they
sure
rug
you
pull
inform
the
your
children.
children.
Hashtag Ravensburger does not care about kids.
It's less
To be
kids
fair,
that these
rug
good
pulling is
players
in
have
these
to
days.
play in the first 4 rounds when they're like, yeah, I'm 5-0.
Why-
I beat some
Why
good
did you
players.
look like Kanye West saying that George Bush doesn't
That's
care
exactly
about
what
white
I
people?
thought about.
Like, you know,
Ravensburger does not care about
care
kids.
about children.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's all we have for tonight. We appreciate
Fuck.
all y'all
Our last episode.
viewing us and all this shit.
No,
Taylor,
it's fine. No one's watching.
We
anniversary
gotta
of
get
Katrina.
monetized.
20th anniversary of Katrina, and
Hold on.
Ravensburger does not care about children.
If you watch till the end and you hear me say this, and you send me a message on Discord saying gobbledygook, I will send you $1.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nobody tell anybody anything because I want to see if somebody sends it to me. It's
Not
gonna
one.
be Woody. It's
No.
gonna be Woody. It's gonna be Woody. Woody, let me know when you want your $1. It's
right.
Woody.
But that's all we have tonight, guys. I appreciate all y'all for coming on. And we got tickets. We'll see y'all in Milwaukee. And yeah,
Wisconsin.
that's about all I got. So I
Look at
appreciate
this
the
stove.
views. And this will be up probably Saturday. And we're going to be having a blast watching the bullshit tomorrow. So we'll see how the shit show goes. And thanks for watching us.
Fans.
Under the beams, where the shadows dance, a tankard of ale in each eager hand's chance. The snuggly duckling, a haven so bright, with laughter and cards under candlelight. Shuffle the deck, let the fortunes unfold. In the snuggly duckling, their stories retold. With kings and queens and a jokester's cheer, this merry old pub will always hold dear.